B Marsh Boxing back at it with another post fight review. And this a fight between Victor Vicious Ortiz and Devon Alexander the Great. And these two guys have history from the amateurs. They never fought as amateurs, but they've known each other since they were 7 years old. With Devon Alexander being from St. Louis, Missouri, and this other guy, Victor Ortiz, he's from somewhere in Missouri, or I think somewhere Kansas City, Missouri, if I'm not mistaken. So these guys have known each other for a while, and they've always just been separated by one weight class. But finally, in their 30s, they meet as professionals. You know what I mean? And this fight was as good as I expected. You know what I mean? I thought Victor Ortiz would be on his front foot more and put the pressure more on Devon Alexander. But Devon Alexander boxed a beautiful fight. You know what I mean? He set up everything up with his jab, two southpaws. You know what I mean? And usually when two southpaws meet, could be very tricky for one or the other, you know what I mean, because they usually used to fight in orthodox fighters. But Devon Alexander stayed cool, calm, and collective, you know what I mean? The man threw his jab, he threw body punches, you know what I'm saying? He was catching Devon Alexander all night. I'm sorry, Victor Ortiz all night with the lead right hook, you know what I mean? It was basically a right jab disguised as a hook, and it was catching Victor Ortiz almost every single round, you know what I mean? The uppercuts by Devon Alexander. Devon Alexander just boxed a cool, calm, and collective fight. Something similar to what the man George Groves did with the Chris Eubanks Jr. kid. You know what I mean? But I only happened to give Victor Ortiz 4 rounds in this fight. You know what I mean? I believe it was round one, which could have gone either way. Some people might have scored it for Victor Ortiz. Others might score it for Devon Alexander. And I gave Victor Ortiz rounds 7, 8, and 9. Rounds 10 through 12, the championship rounds, I gave those to Devon Alexander, you know what I mean? I thought Victor Ortiz needed to press the issue and step on the gas more. He was down on the cards. He needed a knockout to win. But he only displayed effective aggressiveness, especially in the 12th round, you know what I mean? But overall, he was being caught with punches all night by Devon Alexander. Devon Alexander displayed his accuracy because this guy, Victor Ortiz, wasn't using his jab really, and he was just coming in with his head first. And that was just an opportunity for Devon Alexander to throw them uppercuts and them lead right hooks. And, Victor Ortiz could have done a lot more, in my opinion, you know what I mean? The few rounds that he did win, he showed that he was definitely was more aggressive, you know what I mean? But the hand speed all day belonged to Devon Alexander, and that was the problem. That was the issue with why Victor Ortiz was being caught in between punches, you know what I mean? Another thing, Victor Ortiz, in my opinion, is the harder puncher, but I couldn't tell tonight, you know what I mean? Matter of fact, Victor Ortiz got his eye swelled up in round 3, something crucial. His left eye was all puffy, you know what I mean? So, Devon Alexander was definitely had some more pack in his punch as opposed to Victor Ortiz, who wasn't landing nothing with consequences, you know what I mean? So, ultimately, I had Devon Alexander win this fight 116-112, 8 rounds to 4. And I definitely call this fight a robbery, you know what I mean? I thought the wrong man. I thought, the judges called a majority draw. I don't know what the fuck these judges were watching, you know what I mean? One judge had it 115-113 for Devon for Victor Ortiz, which is impossible. There's no way Victor Ortiz won 7 rounds. Then the other 2 judges made it a majority draw because the 2 judges had it 114-114, which is ridiculous, man. I mean, at worst I could see 7-5 for Devon Alexander, but by no way, no means did this guy, Victor Ortiz, win this fight, you know what I mean? No shade on this game. He just fought a focused Devon Alexander, you know what I mean? A guy who I've always thought is a better boxer than Victor Ortiz, and he displayed it tonight, even at their advanced ages, you know what I mean? So basically, this was a WBC eliminator, you know what I'm saying? Devon, what's his name? Keith Thurman holds a WBC belt. And you never know, man. Devon Alexander might get a world title opportunity before 2018 ends. You know what I mean? I could very well easily see that happen. Knowing Keith Thurman, I'm sure he'd rather fight his mandatories than try to unify the belts with the other champions. So, B Marsh Boxer, leave your thoughts and comments. Let me know how you guys scored this fight. I thought it was a robbery, no doubt indeed. Devon Alexander won this fight, and he won it quite comfortably and comprehensively on my scorecard. 116, 112. B Marsh Boxing, I'm gone. Peace.